Welcome to Emery on the Move. Darnell Radford here with my trusty travel producer, Woodsy. We are here in Edinburgh, Scotland for the Edinburgh Festival Fringe. I can't wait to dig into this crazy thick Fringe guidebook featuring over 3,800 productions and events. Stay with us here on Rep Radio and on Broad Street Review podcast. For August, it's all Edinburgh Festival Fringe. Did you know that artists come from around the world and even our hometown of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to entertain, engage, and inspire cultural enthusiasts from all over the globe? I'm going to catch up with a few performers and attendees that made it over the pond. Maybe you'll recognize a few voices along the way. So ride with us. Emery is on the move. On today's podcast, musician Jean-Francois Alcoléa talks about the Edinburgh Festival Fringe offering Right in the Eye, a live musical production featuring the works of Georges Méliès, the inventor of cinema and special effects. This production, featured at the French Institute in Edinburgh, tours all over the world. Here is my interview with Jean-Francois Alcoléa. Welcome to Rep Radio.
Thank you.
I'm your host, Darnell Radford, and today I am still in Edinburgh. I am at the Edinburgh Festival Fringe in Edinburgh, Scotland, and right now I'm at the French Institute, the West Parliament Square, and we are here to talk about the production called Right in the Eye. And I'm here with Jean-Francois Alcoléa.
Great.
Oh, yes. Jean-Francois Alcoléa.
Thank you to have me.
Jean-Francois, welcome to Rep Radio.
Thank you.
So I received your press information about this production, and it interests me, so I reached out to see if we could have a nice chat. Yeah. So we're here. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
About myself, at first I am a musician, so I playing usually piano, but I'm also playing many different instruments, and I'm also interested in the creation of sounds with real material, not electronics. Mm-hmm. And from these materials, I'm creating many pieces in design, and I studied classic musical at first. I graduated in classical music, but I also play for the songs, for rock and roll, for jazz, free jazz, and many different things since more than 30 years.
Oh, wow. That's great.
That's really great. So,
and it's great that you're not stuck in a genre. You know, you've got classical, you've got jazz.
Yeah. From the beginning, I always used to go through different kinds of genre and different kinds of music and I like mixing different things, and I got a really own identity like this.
Oh wow, great. So we're here to talk about Right in the Eye. Exactly. So tell us about it.
So Right in the Eye is a live movie concert. It's created on the work of Georges Méliès. So the show is based on 12 films. Georges Méliès is the father of the cinema. At first he was a magician, and it's the man who created special effects, science fiction films, animation films, comics, and many things, and all the stuff who made what is cinema today. Mm-hmm. So I choose 12 films And I created special sound universe for each film, and it's not just a screening and music on stage, but it's also a real show in the sense that you have interaction between the screening, the stage, scenography, lights as well.
Mm-hmm. And what piqued your interest in creating a production like this?
Oh, I thought at the beginning, I thought it was really interesting to make this work front of the scene and showing this his work of Méliès, who was something like forgotten or with a dust idea. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to give him a contemporary image and a different way to see him. For example, you have at first his inspirations from Jules Verne, science fiction, from the 19th century.
Yes.
And Méliès was really inspired by Jules Verne, and you can find things really, really modern into his films, and it's something with an enormous creativity. And really, 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 really modern. So I would like to. I wanted to give him the change with the sounds, because usually you heard ragtime or jazzy music on this film. So I wanted to give a contemporary vision of his films.
Yeah. So this reminds me of, if we're thinking about popular culture, it reminds me of a rock group called Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Who produced the music video Tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Was that the work of Georges Méliès?
Not exactly. Exactly. Because Méliès was a man who have many different way to work. As I told you, it was at first magician, and for him, the cinema was a way to go further in his tricks. And when you sing this his films, at the beginning he presents himself to the public. At the end, he does the same thing. It's a really theater idea of, and not really the cinema like we think it's today.
So how did you choose the films that are featured in this offering? There's so many options.
Yeah, exactly, because Méliès created in 12 years more than 550 films. So I started to see more than 500 films, many times, and then I choose 11 of his ones, and I wanted to give a reason to the show according the different creativity he had. So you can find animations, film, you can find science fiction, you can find comics, you can also find documentary, and it's not just films that are going one after one, but everything is organized to give a rhythm, like and to give a real show.
So, is this presentation here at Edinburgh Festival Fringe, is this the first presentation of this work, or have you produced it elsewhere?
In the first presentation in the Fringe, but the show is performing during 6 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we made more than 450 shows.
Wow.
Already, yeah. So it's something universal. And we already went in Morocco, Romania, USA, Canada, Belgium, and Luxembourg. So the show travels.
Yes.
a lot, and but it's the first time in Scotland and the first time in the Fringe.
So the music is live, presented by or played by 5 musicians.
3 musicians.
3 musicians?
Yes, 3
and
musicians.
How many instruments altogether?
I think if you enumerate all of them, I think you have more than 50.
Oh, wow.
More than 50 instruments, but also objects and many different stuff. We make noises, music, and direction also, like the sounding in the films.
This looks this looks amazing. The whole layout. If the audience can't see this, but it's set up. Looks like a concert with a projection screen, and there are various stations of musical instruments and sort of found materials that will be used to create the soundscape that is this overall presentation. And so the piano, the drums, those are sort of obvious, but how did you begin to find the other found pieces to recreate some of the sound? Like this in the back looks like 3. They look like saws,
exactly.
Like saw blades. And so where how did you come across that sound and say, "Oh, I want to add this"? This will be interesting.
I told you at the beginning that I also make sound design with many objects to create pieces. I also get in touch with free jazz, for example, and abstract music. And for example, you can see here a piano frame.
Yeah,
it's just a frame. And
so are you playing that with mallets?
With many different stuffs, and for example, I also perform just only with this, according to the context, sure. But it's interesting to see how and what kind of sound you can make with, for example, a plastic plate.
Yeah.
So according to the context, you can have, for example, good vibes with the image or with the old sounds. So I try something when, that sounds good.
Yeah. So for the 11 films?
Yeah.
11 films.
But here it's a spatial adaptation.
Yeah.
We have the whole show for all the audiences is 12 films. But for the Fringe, we have 11 films. I just wanted to have a 1 hour show.
Yeah. So is there Is there a story or a through line in the placement of the films? Are the films in a particular order?
Not especially. I don't think so. It was more than the line into the show from the beginning to till the end is more given by the rhythm of the different kind of ambiences you can have according to different films.
Mm-hmm. So we're going through different moods.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
great.
You know, I used to create music, but also to create shows with images, but also with dance, theater, and I just wanted to mean that I have to consider all the ambience. So it's not just images with sounds, but what you can see here. The show is going on the stage, but on the screen.
But complemented by
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Does this is any of this tiring? Or is it just fun?
It depends on which one.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
How has the audience responded to this?
In the Fringe, I'm happy to see that people seems to like the show. We have really good feedbacks.
Yeah.
Also, feedbacks on the social networks.
Yeah.
People recommend the show. Find this really amazing and with a lot of creativity. And I think you have not a lot of shows like this in the Fringe. And we have very, very, very good feedbacks. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I noticed is I was getting a lot of press requests that this was a film, and I said, "Wait a minute, and okay, there are films in the festival. Yes, I gotta have at least one, and this one seems very interesting, so I definitely want to check this out." To see what it's all about.
Thank you, Bear. I'm happy you will see this later.
Yes.
And you also could have your own reading.
Yeah. So the music that you've created for this presentation, can it be found anywhere else? Do you have CDs or
DVD? Yeah.
DVD?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah.
We have a DVD.
The keepsake would be great.
Yeah. And you also have short parts or a teaser or maybe a trailer on internet.
Okay, great.
But you will have a look at DVD.
Okay, will do.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about you as an artist.
Yeah.
What is, I guess, what would be like a year in your life? What does your life look like artistically?
Oh, it's.
I mean, like, do you travel to gain inspiration? Are you always creating something new, or do you put a lot of effort into like one piece and then kind of run with that for a while, or?
There is maybe an evolution, and I used to eat. I used to eat many different kind of shows since a long time, and of course concerts, music, different kind of music. Because I think music is like your own mood. You can you can hear something, for example, according how you are. Really cool, or maybe something really hard. According what? So that's why my inspiration is really open.
Yeah.
And with this, for me, the music is a way to manage the time. And I started with this element. For me, it's an element. I went towards theater, dance, and cinema for sure, and projection, all different mediums. And then I added it. For example, dance to my show, image to my show, and I think the image, for example, is a medium with going very well with my music. So I started to feed and to eat a lot of different kind of shows. And I created. I used to create a lot of pieces or shows. For example, 4 shows a year, 5 shows a year, and now I created less because we have to develop this one, and not we have. This one is developing itself. And I'm traveling all the time.
Where have you name some of the places that you have been able to travel with this production?
With this production, we went to almost the main city in France, for example, Bruxelles, Luxembourg, New York, Montreal, Vancouver.
Great. Where did you present it in New York?
In New York, we were at the Lycée Français.
Okay.
And we are now working to present it because I went at APAP. I don't know if you ever heard of. APAP is conferences for arts industry.
Oh, okay.
And we're trying now to consider a presentation of the show on January in New York.
Wow, that's great.
Great.
So I'm from Philadelphia, so I would be able to come to New York to experience that. Not far at all.
Great. Yeah.
So the Edinburgh Festival Fringe is so large. There's so much going on, and so your piece is an hour in the middle of the day, which leaves you some time. Have you had the opportunity to take in any of the festival? There's a lot of music here as well. I know it's hard for the presenters to be able to,
during the day, I not only have to perform the show, but we also it's a festival. The way the venue is full depend on the way you could
Promote.
Exactly.
Yes, you got to sell it.
Yeah. So we are 5-6 people team, and we are organized to promote the show all the days. So my work is for sure to do my best during the show, but also to promote it. And for example, yesterday in France we have another show with projections and music. I created the few weeks before, and I have also to manage these things. And just after the Fringe, I will be in Los Angeles and Minneapolis on conferences for the art industry. And so during the Fringe, I'm working for the next time.
Yeah, that's great. So for our listeners in LA and Minneapolis, you'll be able to experience some of this work for yourselves.
For sure. And we're preparing a new tour in North America on February and March 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Sure.
I love the fact that what is presented here doesn't just stay here. You know, you're not going to put all of the effort into presenting here to just go put it on the shelf again.
Yeah, sure.
Especially because it's not easy to be a part of the festival. But if you are a part of the festival, it's such a great thing.
Yeah.
To do.
Yeah. But I would like to go back to your question. I would like to see a few shows at the end of the festival. I think it will be more relaxed and something will be okay on the road.
Yeah, that way you can take off your producer hat.
Yeah, exactly.
And then your musician hat.
Yeah.
And then just put on your spectator hat.
Exactly. You had the good words.
Have you had time to? Will you give time to experience the culture that is Edinburgh? Because there's so many artists here that are getting so overwhelmed by their own work and the work that's also complementing theirs and is around theirs. But there's so much to the city that tries to pull you away from the festival. Like the galleries.
I think it's always important for me to have a look around the place I am. So for sure, I'm really busy to promote the show, to perform for the show. But I also get my eyes open for all the things.
Inspiration.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's I think I like to meet people, to speak with, to discover also different artists from the ground. So, for example, just before I met another musician with whom we spoke. So I always keeping my eyes open, eyes and ear and every sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's always great. I'm walking around and I'm trying to simplify the technology that I have. So my phone takes really good pictures so that I can capture something that, makes me think of something or gives me an artistic idea. So that's been great. And there's so much live performance all over in promotion that you can capture and be inspired by as well. So that's all very great.
Yeah, of course.
I'm excited to experience this. I'm so glad we got a chance to chat today.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
Thank you. Jean-Francois Alcoléa. And the production is Right in the Eye.
Exactly.
and it's here at the French Institute in West Parliament Square. It's here until the 25th as part of Edinburgh Festival Fringe. And if our listeners are not able to get here to Edinburgh, how can they keep in touch with you and stay in contact and follow your work to travel throughout the world?
They can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We also have a website with all our schedule. So it would be also a pleasure to have them into our newsletter.
Okay,
they can
great.
inscribe themselves.
So we'll put a link to that website. We'll put a link to that website in the show notes.
No.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. This was such a pleasure. Thanks for chatting with me today.
Thank you. It was a real pleasure. And I propose we can, if you have time, we can meet at the end of the show.
Yes.
To speak.
Yeah, unpack the experience.
Yeah, I'm curious to see
Yes.
how you could feel or live.
Yes.
This
I would love to do that.
Yeah, sure.
I'm also bringing my partner too, who is an artist. He's in production here as well.
Okay.
So he is looking forward to this as well.
Yeah. And I propose you to get in touch in that way. Maybe it could be interesting to when we will be, for example, in New York in January or in February, March, maybe just for you to know. And
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we'll remain in contact. That'll be great. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot. Truly a pleasure.
Thank you.
Woodsy, are we good? Are we good to go out? Okay, Woodsy's given us a signal. We can go out now.
Good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Head on over to our website at www.broadstreetreview.com and click Get Involved at the top. While you're there, help keep us running and click Contribute to find out how. Connect with us on social media, on Facebook and Twitter at Broad Street Review. Thank you for helping to keep the conversation going.